I've seen triumph and I've seen defeat. Sometimes it's your nerves, sometimes it's your mental state, and sometimes it's because you didn't have the right prep. This is Beginner's Chess. We have a chess game from the Sugar Tree Spring Classic. That is the first chess tournament of the year for my local community, and we had a lot of attendance. We had a lot of participants. It was a lot of fun, and there was some good teaching moments, and this one is one of them from round one. Actually, I saw a lot of good in this game. There's a lot of bad in this game. Yes, we do have the Scholar's Mate from our Noobster 1 and our Noobster 2. And he let it be him. And he blundered mate. That's rough, buddy. But it happens to everybody. Can't take it personal. You can't take it personal. You know who's also been Scholars Mated? Coach Nick. You know who's also been Scholars Mated? Gotham Chess. You know who's also been Scholars Mated? Magnus Carlsen and literally every chess player that has ever walked this planet. Everybody that's ever played chess will get Scholars Mated, and that's your rite of passage. Congratulations. You've earned that badge of honor, that badge of true notoriety, I should say. So why I get it. You looked up a tutorial online how to win chess easy. Maybe it was in your recommendations. Maybe it was something you searched in the search bar, whatever. Maybe you saw the Gotham Chess video on it. Maybe you saw just like how to win in 4 moves on chess. But don't do this. I don't want to see this anymore because it's just really easy to defend. And it's really easy to put white in a worse position. And so this is kind of what we suffer from as beginners, okay? So I don't know if you have even seen what happens here, right? So, like, do you see this discovered attack that just happened? Did you prepare for that is what I want to kind of know. And then also, what if? What if? So there's a lot of stuff here. And let's say that your opponent did defend properly, like they did in this situation now, right? It's very easy to defend. And were you prepared for that? Like, how far into this tutorial did you watch? And how intuitive is your chess? Do you see how black is winning? Do you see how black is winning and it's move 5? This is just a really bad opening. I totally respect it. I totally respect the hustle, but we don't want to play hope chess because that's what that is ultimately. You're hoping that your opponent can't defend it, doesn't know how to defend it, doesn't see it. But what if they do? And you got to be prepared for that as well. So we want to be principled little noodles, okay? Develop towards the center, knights before bishops. We should be comfortable with going bishop to c4. We should be comfortable with going bishop to b5. Both of those work. We can go the Italian. The Italian is pretty good. Learn it. And we can go knight to c3 as well. This is a 4 knights game. Be comfortable with this as well. This is how a lot of beginners play. This is how a lot of beginners learn how to play because it is focused a lot on the development, the sake of development, right? So this is going to be the piano game, the 4 knights. Now we're going to castle and castle early. Remember, that's another one. We're going to play d3. We'll lift the pawn, get this bishop out. I can do the same thing over here with d6. What I like to say is every time there's an opening where e4 is played, there is a moment where black will play d6. When is it time to play d6? That's what you should be looking for because it will happen. This bishop will come out. Bishop doesn't move like that. But that is the instance that we're looking for, okay? d6. d6 can be played now. h6 can be played now as well, but d6 is a little bit more natural. d6 is what we're going to probably play as beginners, and there's nothing wrong with that. No harm, no foul. Symmetry is draw odds. We are dead drawn in this position. Where to go from here in a good, comfortable middle game. Now we are set up to actually indulge in the learning process of chess. Anybody that I've ever taught how to play chess, regardless of the age or anything else, wants to play towards the outside of the board. And I find that very interesting. I really do. I find that fascinating to me that they're willing to give up the right to castle just to bring the rooks to the game so quickly. Rooks are an in-game piece, and I know that we see moves like A4, H4 nowadays at the top level, but we have to understand why that is. And it's because they are so into the theory, they understand so many lines of chess and the stats and what was played where and openings that they have to do anything possible to get their opponent out of their prep, where they can be actually having to calculate the situation, the scenario over the board, and then that takes time, leads to inaccuracies. It's not something that's tried and true. It's not something in their prep, and that's their goal with doing that. And they know how to substantiate a losing position or a less fortunate position than it could have been with traditional play because of their strength. So it's superseding principles, right? You can only break principles when you understand why something else is better. And until you can get to that point, there's no reason to not develop towards the center like this. Okay, E4, D4 works. Some people don't teach D4 for a very long time, but I think that in a world where anybody can play a game of chess literally anytime, anywhere, D4 is something you're going to encounter. You're going to encounter a Queen's Gambit. You're going to encounter a Queen's Gambit decline. Check out this video on it here. And, you know, when that happens, you're going to have to be prepared. You're going to have to understand how to go in this position, why this is not as good as this. Because we have chess.com, we have all these things that we can do it all the time, right? So develop towards the center, no matter what. Always develop towards the center. Please, please, please. You will thank yourself a lot when your games improve, when you're using your principles. Getting good at chess, like anything else, requires time and dedication. Don't forget to work on your pattern recognition. As always, happy chess.